Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be doing a makeup declutter. Now I know this is a really weird angle. I figured it'd be the easiest just to go ahead and take everything and just line it all up and just show it you guys, just like right over here. That way, you know, I can really breeze through it. I'm in like a time crunch in filming videos, so I'm pre-recording quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be getting rid of the Wet n Wild Dewy primer. I am literally an oily girl. I have no idea why I even bought this stuff, to be quite honest with you. My mom would love this stuff. The Wet n Wild palette in the shade VIP Purple. I really didn't like this. I don't think any of these colors performed the way they should. This looks really ashy on camera, but in person this is a lot warmer. I mean, I would honestly just keep the palette if this was a really ashy tone just for this color, but I really don't like it. And I also did a review on this palette and it did not perform to the standards that I thought it would, so for that reason I'm decluttering it. Now this is the Protégé palette by Suma. I got this in BoxyCharm. God, I don't even know how long ago I got this, but I haven't even touched this. And I don't see myself reaching for this, to be honest, you guys. I mean, this shade, you know, it's pretty, it's nice, but I just, you know, I'm not going to really be using that. They're all kind of too dark. It's not something I've been reaching for. And I've had this, I think, since November of this year, or of November of last year, I think, and I just hasn't been my cup of tea. This is the Profusion Ultra Warm palette. Now you guys, I should have known not to get this, but I got this, I believe, around Christmas time of this year. Well, of like 2018. I picked it up, I was going to do a review on it and compare it to the Morphe palette, but I was like, I just decided not to even do that. I mean, there's still tape on here. Like, there's still tape, because I haven't even opened this. I ripped it open out of the packaging, and that was it. And I literally just kept it. So I'm just going to give this away. I know someone who would love this palette. The Comfort Zone, the original, like I have not even opened this, you guys, and I've had this for I don't know how long. It's just no. I thought I was going to reach for it just for this brow bone color, but it's not even like it's not even a cool tone as I thought it would, so I'm just going to get rid of it. It's totally not worth my time. The Kokie Peachy Queen palette. Again, this was one of these palettes that I thought I was going to love and be super into, but I'm just not into it, you guys. And people said this reminds me of Modern Renaissance. I don't see it. I think it's a little bit more peachy pink or whatever. I'm sorry that it's like reflecting off of you guys, but I just don't reach for it, you know. And I thought it was okay. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's okay. And the packaging reminds me of Tarte. Really nice, you know, packaging. I love it. The L'Oreal True Match Lumi bronzer, and I have the shade Light. I thought this would be a beautiful bronzer for my skin tone. Now just watch. Nice and golden. And once I swatch it, has a very orangey tone. Now I know on camera it's really not picking up, but it's just not pretty. And I honestly think that my mom or my best friend, someone I know, can use this, and I've only used it once, and it's you know, it's just gotta go. Maker's Professional palette. I thought I was gonna use this and do a review on it, tutorial, like the whole shebang. Remember how I showed you guys in one of my videos that I was totally going to use this, do a video and all that? Well, I forgot about it. It literally just sat in my collection the whole time. So I don't see a reason to keep it. Like, I love this color because it looks really, really ashy, and I love these like colors over here. But that, you know, if you have 35 and out of the whole palette you only like 10 or maybe less than that, there's no reason to keep it. You might as well go and give it to someone who's going to use it. So this is on the chopping block. This one's gone. The Pixie X It's Judy Time palette. This is a super warm tone palette, and I really do love this shade right here and this shade. But it's like I know these colors, and these are the colors that look really neutral, but they pull super warm on my skin tone. I have not opened this up. I mean, it still has the tape and everything. it's completely unopened. But I'm just gonna go, I know who I can give this to who will love it and use it. I think it might be my mom. I think she would love this kind of palette, or my cousin, but this has got to go. I mean, I'm just sick of looking at it. And I was sitting there deciding whether I want to keep it or not, and I'm just like, screw it. You know, if I'm even thinking about it, it means that it needs to go, because I'm just not giving it enough love as it deserves. We have the Ace Beauty Grandeur palette. I mean, this is self-explanatory, you guys. I mean, this is all warm tones. Now, I know this isn't looking as vibrant on camera as it is in person. This is like a orange, like a salmon-y orange that's leaning more towards orange than salmon. It's not big enough. That's the self-explanatory. It's just too warm. I'm not going to be using these colors. I can't even use it as an everyday palette kind of look. So it's just going to have to go. You guys know I didn't like this palette that much. I hated these Vaseline shades. Like, I don't even want to swatch them because they will get everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I love the pink. I love Free Spirit right there. And I kind of like this rushed shade, Hidden Desert right there. But I just wouldn't get any use out of it, you guys. I mean, there's not many times that I would actually wear warm tones. And especially since I can't even see myself using this in an everyday palette, this kind of shades, like Epic, would literally make me look sick. They're just so weird and mustardy. I know someone who can use this, and I'm just going to go and give that away. Yeah, Blink palette by BoxyCharm. I've swatched it. That's it. And these are like beautiful, beautiful shimmery shadows. And I really do, I really do like them, and they're pretty, but they're just, like, once again, they're just too warm. I thought they'd be rosy or something like that, but they're not. So that's just gonna have to go. So I have the Hard Candy Neutrals Lookbook Pro. It has your eye primer, pencil that's like crap, and then some eyeshadows. I was going to go ahead and compare this to one of the Too Faced palettes, but I just never got the time, or I forgot about it, and it's just been sitting in my collection for maybe a couple months. If I haven't picked it up, haven't used it, it just needs to go. And honestly, if you look at these shades, there's no dark colors to define the outer V. I don't think this shade is dark enough to do that. So, and I know that this like eyeliner is a piece of crap. And the primer is okay. It's very, very greasy. I don't know. It was nice when I first begun like learning how to do some eyeshadow. But the W7 Lightly Toasted palette, I was going to do a video on this, and I never used it. This is a dupe for the original Naked palette, the Naked one. I just never used it, and honestly, it just needs to go in my collection. Akalin Boudoir Eyes. You guys, there's no reason for me to have these. I have the Too Faced version of it, and it's just unneeded. These powders, the shimmer shades are crap. The outer V color is too dark, and there's shimmers in the black. And there's no other dark color to define any sort of crease without shimmers. So it just needs to go. I have the Boudoir Eyes. Now this is a dupe for the Too Faced Natural Eyes Shimmer Palette. I just don't use it. I mean, I haven't even used anything of it. I haven't even touched this. So I can't tell you how the formula is, but going based on how the other one was, it might not be as good. But anytime I use these palettes for Project Pan, they just weren't that good. They did not bring me joy using them. So I'm just like, I don't need them in my collection. Yeah, BoxyCharm palette by Pure. You guys, I mean, this is a pretty palette, but I don't remember what this shade. Charmer fell all over my face. These colors right here are too like warm for a crease shade, and I'm just not gonna go and keep a whole palette just for a pink, like a pink like that. There's just no reason for it. Makeup Revolution Chocolate Heart. This is just way too dark, and I don't see myself using this as eyeshadow. I think my sister can make really good use out of this as a highlighter, because she's very tan. So I think she would get some good use out of that. Morphe 9A. I actually have two of these. Don't ask me how, but I have two. This one is going to be for my sister's birthday. I figured I'd just go ahead and give that to her, since I know that these tones would look really, really beautiful on her. And I have two, so I might as well go and give her one. The Makeup Revolution Iconic 3. This is a dupe. Actually, I don't even think this is open. This is a dupe for the Naked 3 palette. I was going to compare them, but it's like, geez Louise, everyone and everyone's mother knows that this is a dupe, so why should I have to go and put my say in it? You know what I mean? So there's just no reason for me to have this in my collection. I also have the Ultimate Matte palette. I don't know the brand. Ultimate? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the brand is, but I got this palette because I'm like, oh, this kind of reminds me of the Modern Renaissance a little bit. But I used it once in like a tutorial that never got posted, and I'm just like, you know what, I just don't need it, because like the quality was really, really good, but I just wasn't feeling it. And honestly, the packaging is like really freaking bulky. I mean, geez, like there's more. Like, here's the Morphe palette. Like, look at that. Jeez Louise. So this is the Crown eyeshadow palette, and I think this is called Inferno. I'm not sure. I honestly just can't use it. You guys, you know this is warm if you had BoxyCharm. It's too warm. It's too brown. I think I did a tutorial with it, or I posted a look on Instagram with me using this, and it's just too warm for me. So it's just gonna have to go. Evolution Reloaded palette. In the palette Visionary, I was going to do a video with ABH versus this palette, and you know, honestly, I just wasn't feeling it. You know, everyone, like I said, everyone and everyone's mother have posted about how this is a dupe for it. There was no reason for me to go and film that again, so I just decided to get rid of it. This is the Pure Soiree Diaries. I mean, once again, these colors are so warm. I think I used this one time when I was flying to New York, and I used this to go and get ready and do my makeup. Like, these colors were so warm. Even this color up here, even though it looks really, really cool toned, it's not, I promise you. And I don't know, I don't think I would get a lot of use out of this. Rid of my Morphe 35O. And this was one of these palettes that I've never even opened, never even used. I literally just took it out of the packaging, didn't even touch it. Like, I did not touch it. Not once. First of all, I think I should have gone for the matte palette, not the shimmer palette. Like, I think if they had these really cool tone shades in here instead of these warm oranges, I think I could probably use it. If they, you know, honestly, but I just, you know, this is going to pain me because I really do love Morphe shadows. I really do recommend them to anyone who's starting off with makeup, but it's just not for me. We also have the Morphe 9N. Now, I just want to say that this is the ugliest palette known to man, in my opinion. None of this makes sense. This is one of these palettes that I probably was not in the right mind buying it. I have no idea why I bought it. Like, you have this weird salmon color, or like this really, you have this pumpkin color, this burnt orange, and then you have like a weird, another pumpkin color, and then you have like a indigo, a green, a burgundy. It doesn't make sense. Like, and then you have like a peridot or some sort of color like that, or chartreuse. It doesn't make sense. I have no idea why some people put these colors together, but this is a thing. This has happened. And this is what the makeup community has come to. This is ugly. I don't know. I honestly don't know who will take this out of my collection, but dear God, I hope someone does. I have no idea why I bought it. I think it's because I saw it at Target, and I saw it was new, and that's why I bought it. I was so into warm tones, I'm like, wow, $20 for this? Wow! And I just like bought it. Or like it was $10, I don't remember, maybe 15, who knows. But I just bought it without thinking about it, and honestly, I probably shouldn't have. I should have gotten my money back and stayed far, far away from it, because it just, no. First of all, these yellow shades, I hate these shades. So yeah, guys, that is everything I'm going to be decluttering. I'm sorry, guys, I should have done this all in one shot with everything else and all my other eyeshadow palettes, but it took me some time to realize these kinds of colors just aren't for me. And I'm finally glad that someone I know is going to be able to use these, so that makes me really, really happy. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.